You know that feeling in LSPDFR when you're cruising through the streets of Los Santos just waiting for something to happen, but nothing ever happens. And when the dispatch finally drops a call out, it is all the way on the other side of the city, or in the sandy shores. In this video, we're fixing that. I'm showing you how to turn San Andreas into a living, breathing police simulator. A place filled with crime and incidents. We're setting up real-time street crimes, reckless driver, active brawls, brandishing incidents, and much more. So you will always have something to handle without saturating your gameplay. Or like me, you also like to patrol as a small agency, so it becomes a pain in the ass to get a call out to spawn within those tiny jurisdictions. So let's dive right in. We'll be covering 5 plugins in this video: Ransom Ambience, Ambient Events, Super Events, Ambient AI Callouts, and Traffic Policer, the up-to-date version of the famous plugin by Albo. And also how to install these plugins and the exact configuration settings to balance event frequency, so your patrol doesn't instantly turn into a total chaos. So let's start with the first one and my personal favorite, Ransom Ambience. Ransom Ambience has 3 different types of incidents: pedestrian events such as ambush, carjacking, fight, public intoxication; traffic events such as animal accident, vehicle on fire, DUI, drive-by shooting, or pursuit; and then there are traffic stop events: collision, carjacking, and disturbance. Here is the installation process: download, extract, and then go to the folder, go to GTA5, go to plugins, go to LSPDFR, and open this ransomambience.ini file. This plugin has 2 keybinds. One is for the menu and there is another one for the interaction key. So just so you know, it is default keybind is F6 for the menu and interaction key is X. If you wish to change it, you can do it right here. In case you are making any change here, you need to save this file and then we're going to install this. So go back to the GTA5 folder, select everything, copy everything, go to your GTA5 root directory and paste it here. And when you try to paste it here, it is going to ask you to replace a few files. Here it is asking me to replace 10 files because I already have this plugin installed. If you're installing this plugin for the first time, it is going to ask you to replace only 2 files, most likely, maybe not even that. One of the file will be Rage Native UI and the second file will be newtonsoft.json. It is important that you do not replace those files. So you need to skip, like I'm going to. In order to have an immersive, non-chaotic but still unpredictable experience using this plugin, you need to make some changes in the configuration file. To do this, you need to go to your GTA5 root directory, go to plugins, go to LSPDFR and look for a file named ransomambience.ini. And this is where you need to make some changes. The minimum or maximum amount of time in milliseconds the plugin should wait after ending an event. So let's say that an ambient event spawned by this plugin ends right now. The plugin is not going to spawn anything for the next 2.5 minutes. And it is certainly going to spawn something before the 3-minute timer ends. And these cooldowns are too little because of what we are trying to achieve here. So instead of going with 2.5 minutes, my advice is to increase this value to 300,000. That is going to be 5 minutes. And this one, the maximum interval right here should be at least 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes. You should change it to 600,000 if you want it to be 10 minutes or 900,000 if you want it to be 15 minutes. I'm going with 10. Once you made that change, you need to scroll down just a little and on line 24 you will see something like this: always allow events. By default it will be false. You need to change it to true. Think of it as a simple switch. It prevents ambient events from spawning when you're on a call, depending on your status. But the logic behind setting it to true is that criminals are not going to wait for you to code for the call before committing a crime. By setting this to true, you're adding another layer of unpredictability to your patrols. Like you may get ambushed on a traffic stop, not by the occupants of the pulled over vehicle but by some other person who is standing nearby. So anything can happen, exactly like the real world. And here I am forcing these incidents just for the showcase, but I promise you, you will be facing this scenario when you are on patrol using this plugin. So once you made these changes, you can just save the file and then we are done with this one. Now next plugin is Kuchera Patrol Ambient Event. It has two different kind of incidents, generic and zone specific. Generic incidents such as traffic violations, street fight, drug deal, random shootouts, or Grand Theft Auto, and a few more. And then there are zone specific incidents. The zone specific incidents use predefined locations. These are going to spawn in alleyways, parking garage, backyards, or residential property. So it is going to be interesting to deal with these.
Copy, 1 in custody, radio if you need transport.
Installation of this plugin is also pretty similar. You just need to download, extract, open the folder, and then select everything, copy everything, go to GTA5 root directory and paste it here. I already have this, that's why I'm not going to replace anything. Shit, I just did it. We made some changes to the Ransom Ambience configuration file. We need to do the same right here too. So again, go to GTA5 plugins LSPDFR folder and look for Kuchera ambient events.ini file. Open it, and in this file you need to make only one change. That is going to be in line number 19. Require player available for calls. By default it is set it to true, you need to set it to false. Same logic here too. Suspect is not going to wait for you to clear your present call before he commits a crime. So once you made this change, you need to just save the file, and we are done with this one too. Now the third plugin is Super Event by Super Pyromaniac. This one also has almost similar incidents as we saw in the previous two plugins. Vehicle on fire, officer under fire, and a few more like that. And if you know how to code, you can also add your own ambient event using the API guide. So give it a try if you can. I'll be looking forward to using those. Similar process of installation. Open the folder, and okay, before you install anything, you need to remove readme.txt and how to install se.html. And then copy everything, go to your GTA5 root directory and paste it here. I'm not going to replace anything this time. I did it by mistake in the previous one. And once again, this also has that cooldown setting, so you need to change that if you wish to. Go to GTA5 plugins LSPDFR folder. Look for superevents.ini file. Open it up. Scroll down and you will see on line 25 time between events. It is 360. That is 6 minutes. You can increase it or reduce it if you wish to. Once you made all the changes, you can save the file, and that's all you need to do to install this. And with that, we're done with the ambient event plugins. Now here is a word of advice before we move on from this. You should use only 2 of these ambient event plugins at the same time, not more than that. Next plugin is Ambient AI Callout by ZipZap M16A4 and the unit. This plugin adds callout to which NPC units respond to. They drive to the scene just like you and then interact with it, because you're not the only cop in the city. And should you choose, you can also respond to the scene along with the NPC officers. This plugin also has grammar police integration if you wish to attach yourself to AI callout. 7 out of 10, show me also responding.
On Portola Drive. In Rockford Hills, Recon Code 3.
There is also a chance that an AI callout may turn into a player callout if the NPC unit on the scene requests assistance.
Any unit in the vicinity, respond Code 3 immediately. Unknown on suspect location. Use extreme caution on approach. On Portola Drive. In Rockford Hills.
Got him on foot, dispatch.
On Code 3, copy on foot.
They're in a car going northbound.
In Rockford Hills, respond on the street.
To install this, extract the plugin, open the folder, remove this readme or the plugin page.txt file. Go to the plugins folder, there is something really wrong in there. If you use Grammar Police, there is something really wrong in there. Go to LSPDFR, go to Grammar Police, go to Grammar, go to EN California, go to Custom, go to Actions, open the AAIC response.xml file. And this has to be a typo, right? In case anyone knows here about the XML thing, I think this one is a typo. So it is possible that due to this symbol right here, this file may not work. So you need to remove this, and this thing is there in all of these three. EN California and the second one, EN Generic, it's also there. And then in that third one, EN Immersive, it's there. Look. So this is just a typo, it happened. Once you're done with that, you need to go back to this Ambient AI Callout folder, then select everything, copy everything, go to your GTA5 root directory and paste it. If it is asking you to replace anything, click skip. And then again, we need to customize some things in the settings. Go to the plugins folder, go to LSPDFR and look for Ambient AI Callouts.ini file. It's right here. Open it up, and it has lots of customizations, but here are the things that you need to bother with. You can change other things too, but that is up to you. Description is written right above that, so read it and modify things as you need. You need a separate keybind to attach yourself to Ambient AI Callouts. By default, this is Lift Control and X right here on the line number 43, and the modifier is on 45. No need to change it, but you can change it if you wish to. Scroll down just a little bit, and on line number 57 there is minimum time delay for callout attempt. You can see that the default value for this was 140. I use 300. My advice is that you should also increase it to 300. That is in seconds. And then on 59 there is maximum time delay for callout attempt. I've set it to 900 seconds. Default value was 240. So let's say that you're also using 900 and you think that the AI callout are not frequent enough, you can just reduce this number to 600. But I'll advise against going anything lower than that. Remember that here we are talking about 3 plugins at the same time. This Ambient AI thing and 2 different ambient event plugins. Then on line number 74, player callout probability. Default value is 25, I have not changed it. It is the value in percentage of AI callouts escalating into a player callout. Officer on the scene over there is going to request for backup. It may be a pursuit, it may be a shootout. So what it means is that 1 in 4 AI callouts will change into a player callout. Another thing that you need to know is at the very bottom of the file. It is use ultimate backup units. If you have ultimate backup, you need to set it to true, otherwise you need to set it to false. In that case, it is going to use the vanilla LSPDFR backup units. Now the last plugin is Traffic Policer by Elbow, which was updated in 2025 by Sparky81. Now this plugin also creates ambient events, but it is for the traffic, like the usual DUI, stolen vehicle, street racers, and many more. Aside from the ambient event, it also has 3 callouts: ANPR hit, drug runners, and DUI pursuit. It also has some traffic stop tools such as follow, mimic, and custom pullover. So let's go over the installation here. Extract the plugin, open the folder, go to GTA5, select everything, copy everything, go to your GTA5 root directory and paste it here. Since I already have this installed, I will not be replacing anything here. As we did with all the other plugins, you need to configure some things here too. So once again, GTA5 plugins, LSPDFR, and then look for trafficpolicer.ini. And look for breathalyzer. And on line number 133, you're going to find something like this. You need to set this key to none. And then you need to look for drugalyzer. And again, you need to set this key to none. And then save the file. And as you can see that this file has lots of other customization options. You can customize those. but it is up to you. Read it and change it. And with that, we are done. Link to all of these plugins will be in the description. And that's how you turn a dead map into a dynamic living city filled with crime and incidents. So no more driving halfway across San Andreas just for a single callout. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there on the beat, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.